Daniel, I have a question for you. Okay, do you believe that women should stay home and raise their children, and then men should just do all the working?
I mean, if
Chelsea said,
if
answer wisely.
if that's the agreement between the two, then I don't see why not. But if you're asking me if I think it's solely the place of a woman to stay at home and raise kids, I don't think so.
Okay.
Like in the world we live in and now, things have changed so much that like a man can stay home and take care of the children, and the woman can be a breadwinner, and that's completely fine.
All right. All right. I like the answer. Vanessa?
Yes, I definitely agree with him. Like, I feel like nowadays it's not where society is different now. Like, a lot of women are independent, they're focused on their career. For you to be like, oh, you just had a baby, stay home. Like, if anything, I know stay at home dads are even becoming a thing.
Yeah.
It should continue to be. But yeah, like, at that point, those things don't really apply. If you choose to stay at home, that's good for you. Like, take care of your kids. Like, if your husband's able to work and that's enough for you to stay at home, do that. But a lot of people don't have that advantage. They have to go to work. So when that maternity leave or that paternity leave is over, you gotta go to work. You have to find out what to do with your kids. So for a man to be like, stay at home like that, I feel like that's the chances are very, very low.
Okay, Chelsea.
So remember how we were like talking about like family dynamics and how like obviously like in certain households like the father's the one that kind of really takes care of like the home necessities, and then like the mom is really like the breadwinner, or like, you know, it's vice versa, or it's the parents are not even there at all, you know. And I think like you said, what Daniel said, based on case by case situations, you know, scenarios, you know, maybe, you know, you and the individual, you and, you know, your husband or whatever get married, you know, something happens, your husband can't work anymore, you know, you're gonna have to do, you know, it's gonna have to rearrange itself, or you know, you go get married to a rich guy, then, you know, you Gucci or whatever, and you guys can both be in the house, be able to take care of your kids or whatever. But like you guys said, like today's society has changed completely from back then. You know, women weren't allowed to be educated. In this day and age, we have women literally like taking up these these positions, you know, and that, like, you know, like, yes, they can have it all, but also like we have to realize that like it comes with a prize, you know. It comes with sacrifices, you know. Like, mommy's not gonna be home, but daddy will be home. You're gonna have to do what you have to do, you know. So, yeah. But I definitely still subscribe to the, you know, the olden days, you know. As long as I was rich, I was Gucci. I would stay home for you. Do not worry. Do not worry.
I totally understand what you mean. I agree. My question for you all, I guess my next one would be about career wise. Like, how would you feel, or have you ever experienced where like maybe your parent or someone saying like the career that you're picking isn't really like masculine, or you're not going to be the breadwinner in this area? Like, how would you feel if your wife is making more money than you? Like, how do you feel about that topic? I'll start with Daniel because I haven't heard from you in a minute. Yeah.
Okay, so I think we're supposed to understand that marriage is a partnership between two people. So I don't see the point in competition between two people who are supposed to be partners as to like how much money you make, how much money I make. Like, if you're together and you're raising a family together, the money is going to the same place essentially, like your house, kids, insurance, stuff like that. So it shouldn't really matter who's making more, who's spending, like stuff like that. I don't think stuff like that should matter. And as to if anyone has told me that the career I'm looking to go into, I'm pretty sure is male dominated anyway. But if someone were to tell me that it's not male dominated, I don't think that would affect my decision, because if you have a passion for something and a drive towards it, like nothing anyone says should steer you away from it.
I like your answer. All right, Vanessa.
In that area, definitely just thinking the biggest stereotype that came in my head was like men being nurses. Or sometimes even teachers, like being teachers of like little kids. Like that came to my mind. And usually when you are in the classroom, they are female dominated. There'll probably be like one or two males in those classrooms. So as Daniel said, like, if that's your passion, stick with it. If someone got something to say about it, then oh well. But you do also notice that, like, with being a nurse, like a male being a nurse, you see that in the healthcare field where some people still prefer to have a female nurse over a male nurse. So I feel like it is changing now. But it's still, you could still see that there's some gender stereotype there. Cause like, I've definitely seen that before. So with parents, like telling you that you can't go to a certain career, I haven't really seen that so much, but I'm sure some parents do that. Like, be like, oh, you want to be a nurse? Why not be a doctor? Why not be this? Like, I'm sure like there are parents out there that do that, but as Daniel said, if that's your passion, like, stick with it, because that's what you want to do, then do it. Like, it's just like back in the days, like, medical school used to be full of males, and now it's even, I think it's still there, but women are dominating that field as well. So, hey, do what you got to do,
Yes. Chelsea?
Okay, so so basically, I think when it comes to like careers, we do see a bit of like, like the gender, but I think it's more or less just stereotype, period. When it comes to how much are you making in that field, like, are you actually going to get a job right after, all that good stuff. So like, I think when it comes to careers, it's that's more, the stereotyping is more broad, like, just not like, it's not gender, like, at least for now in today's world, like, I mean, I know, like, but I even wanted to even coin it even more like into like African stereotyping on careers.
Go ahead.
In the sense of, because like everybody, like every Instagram meme, everything, every video, every comedy video is like, oh, your parents want you to be a doctor, a lawyer. I don't even know what the next one is. An engineer, okay? No one talks about being the business owner. No one talks about being the entrepreneur. Yeah. Exactly. No one talks about being the artist. You understand? So even in that alone, that's a stereotype. Like, your parents hear that you're going to be an artist. Are you okay? Are you sensible? So I see stereotypes in that angle. Okay. Where like our parents are like, and that's because, back then, you're at the end of the day, like, their child is their prize. Yes. It's their glory. So, and they want to see you obviously do more than they did. And obviously, some of them want you to take care of them. Of course, we want to take care of our parents, but, so for them, like, they know back then that, hey, these are the jobs that pay the most, and like, these are also the jobs that, like, you go to school for dumb long and get, like, very notable, notable certificates, So for them, they're like, okay, these are the things, not knowing that you can do so many other things, still make probably triple than half of those people, not be in debt, and, make something of yourself, So that's where I see more or less, like, stereotyping. I think with gender, I mean, like you said, in the medical field, for sure, you see more females as nurses than, and men being doctors, or even today, like, I see a lot of, especially on TikTok, I see a lot of, STEM, a lot of women in STEM, a lot of, and, we can even go and categorize it in terms of, like, ethnicities. You have more black women in STEM. You have more, Indian, Chinese. I mean, they was already there. They had smart. Yep. But, these are the types of diversity you're starting to see, especially in our generation. So come to, when our kids come, like, for them, it's going to be so much easier, because these dimensions have been broken. So yeah, that's how I see it, at least.
I think that an area you can probably see gender stereotype in careers is paying. I feel like that's been a very big topic where a male and a female can be doing the same job, but yet the male is getting paid more. And I know that's huge problem that's been going on, and I don't know if it's getting fixed right now. I haven't really done my research, but I knew it was something big that's definitely gender stereotype where
Be on the gender
like they just
stereotype.
know like I'm doing more or the same as this person as this male. Why am I not getting paid the same?
Yeah.
So that's where I see gender stereotype.
No,
for
heavy.
sure.
Seriously.
So I'll ask Daniel, would you say follow your passion or just follow where the money lies, so that when you graduate, you know, you have something to rely on? Because to be honest, you have passions to be an artist, to be a rapper, but you know, when it doesn't work out.
Isn't it also based upon like how passionate you are about the thing? Because if you are like seriously like, oh, I want to do this with my life, and I might not make a bunch of money, and like my African parents may not approve of it, but I really want to do it. You just do it and take the ridicule, I guess. But but like, if you're the type of person that's easily pressured, you might take the money.
Yeah.
I guess do the Greek, take the money.
Yeah. But don't worry, when you become successful, your aunties, your mom, your dad, that's my child. All right.
Yeah.
Sure.
But Vanessa, what do you think? Follow the passion or follow the money? Be realistic.
I definitely think follow the passion for sure, because it's better for you to be happy with what you're doing, and then if you're in a situation where you're making all that money and you hate your career, you don't even want to go to work, like you're gonna be miserable. Like the money probably won't even mean that much anymore. So I think definitely follow your passion. And I feel like, who knows, like if you're very passionate about it, like you could probably end up making a lot of money for it. Like I feel like nowadays, like even if you're, for example, if you're an artist, a lot of people don't think artists make money, but they can.
Yeah.
They can go be an artist and go the business route as well. Or hey, they might have a very unique thing. Somebody might be like, I'm gonna pay a lot of money for that. Like you just don't know. So I feel like it's better to always follow your passion at the end of the day. That's my
Chelsea.
I think in the initial start of life, I don't want to say, I'm not gonna play advocate, but I think, one, before I even start my comment, let me just say that, with God, all things are possible.
Yes.
So, that is your core roots, if you want to go and follow your passion, but you need Jesus there, because if you don't, then you're just going to be like everybody else and their moms.
Yeah.
But, me, at least right now, looking at my life, I'm looking at the logic, like if I'm able to go where the money is, quote unquote, and, me, I feel like there's so many things that I want to tap into, and so I know that, okay, if I do this, I will be able to then make way for X, Y, and Z, so like for me, I enjoy wedding planning, but I'm not gonna make money there. I mean, maybe now, because right now everybody and their mom's getting married, but looking at it, I'm like, I can always do this as a hobby.
Yeah.
I can have multiple, and this is where, financial literacy comes into play. You can have multiple outlets of income coming in.
Yep.
So this is where like you may be a nurse, but you're doing a side hustle doing hair. You're doing a side, and these are your passions, and eventually it's all cultivating into one. So when it comes to that, I feel like, yes, in my opinion, go with logic, but you can still also follow all your passions. Passions, they vary. Some are heavy, some are, small, some are. So I think if you're able, with the grace of God, because you need Jesus to make this all work, because your human strength will not do this, trust me. But if you can do all of that, I think that's the way to go.
Yep. I agree. All right. So listeners, what are some experiences you've had with gender stereotyping? Tell us down in the comments below. Do you believe that a woman should just stay home, cook, clean, take care of the kids, and then the husband should just be the only breadwinner? Let us know your thoughts. And how do you feel about men should not cry, and all these other good, juicy conversations that we had. Until next time, have a blessed day. Bye-bye.